Hey guys, I am back with another computer repair. Today I have an Alienware P51E. The computer it's not turning on, that's the client said. And yeah, I have the original charger. I do like the Dell's or Alienware's chargers. The original ones, they have this white LED, so we can from the start, I mean, we can check a little bit if the light will go off when we plug into the laptop, but the LED white light will stay on. So seems a good motherboard. I mean, not a very that short motherboard. Okay, let's open the lid and quickly check what's going on. So the laptop is pretty big, ginormous. I think it's like a 17-inch. But and it's big and heavy. This is like a good quality laptop, I would say. Okay, I see the alien head here. Where is the button or on button located? So as you can see, there is a color coding. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 3, 5. So this this Alienware has like a Alienware. Okay, let me switch to my PC screen. Alienware. I'm not. Ah, come on. Alienware P51E at 3, 5 error code. Okay, let's see. Most likely refers to a pattern. Okay, indicate hardware error related to the memory or GPU. Oh man, this is not good. Memory or GPU. Okay. Area 51. Okay, let's go on Dell website, and we have a 3.5 error. Okay, so this is like slightly different. As you can see here, we have power rail failure. So we might have a short circuit on the board. Although the charger light was on and it was not going off. So yeah. All right. Let's check also with my power supply to see how much current is pulling this P51E Alienware. So I have my power supply in the corner. Oof. So as you can see here on top, it's pulling 1 amp. So the voltage 19.5 and it's pulling 1 amp. That's a lot for a non-working state because now the computer is not on, and I don't think it's charging because the charging current should be higher than that. So something is drawing inside the laptop 1.5 amps. Well, I mean 1 amp. All right. Yeah, i9 Intel Core CPU. Okay, so it's pulling 1 amp. Alrighty. Let's flip the Alienware. Man, is heavy and is big. It barely fits my desktop here. I have the magnet. Yes, I do have the magnet. All right, screws. 1, 2, This one what is stuck. Okay, let's go around. See here, there is a small scratch, but for the rest everything is looking just fine. Good. Let's see. What is the cause of this failure in this beautiful laptop? Because let's admit it, it's a beast. So we have these two screws, which are not. So how this is, should be removed by sliding. So I never opened this laptop before, so I don't know. So this is like a self-retaining screw here. Okay. So you slide it. Ah no, it pop off here in the corner. Okay. Let me take my prying tool, which is one of these one. Let's see. Okay. So it slides or what? Okay. Nope. Yeah. We still have the flashing on the power button. Alright. Let's try to remove the back cover. Although it's not very straightforward. Man, it's heavy. Okay. Here we have like an USB-C port. Thunderbolt? Nope, just a simple USB-C port. Underneath, hopefully we don't have screws, hidden screws. Okay, nope, it's just clipped back. Okay, great. Wow, that's a big laptop. That's a big motherboard. Okay guys, so from the start, what I notice is the dust. I don't know if you can see, but this, it's clogged. Look at the dust. I think we have an answer why this laptop died. Okay, so we have some very thin wires here, so we need to pay attention to those. There are 4 wires. So for sure this laptop was overheating yet again. Lately we see a lot of overheated laptops with clogged cooling systems, bad thermal paste. So as you can see, after I said maybe 2 years, that the client said like after 2 years the laptop died. But yeah, look at the dust everywhere. Okay, I do like the black motherboard, Apple style. Nice. 97 watts hour battery. All right, what we can do is here we have the RAM sticks. 1, 2. The laptop itself seems a little bit warm to the touch. Okay, good. What I will do So the battery itself is connected where? Right, this is the battery. I think this is the battery. Yep, this is the battery. So I will just unplug the battery itself. Okay, can I do it? Yes. So the battery is out. No power inside. Wow. In case we need to remove this motherboard, we will need some time to do that. Okay, let's see now. I will use my power supply, which is on the right corner, and let's plug it. And I'm curious how much power the motherboard is pulling without the battery. So it's pulling 1 amp. So there is no difference. So although the computer is off, the battery is disconnected, the motherboard is pulling 1 amp, which is not that great. Should be 10 milliamps, 10, 2 milliamps, 3 milliamps, I think. Not that much. So what I will do, I will just bring my thermal camera quickly. I will not hook my thermal camera to the computer itself. I will just use my smartphone. So let's see. What the camera will show up. So I see here in this region, it's a hit spot near the RAM sticks. The SSD is getting, oh, the SSD is getting very hot. Okay, and I see a hot spot here. Yeah, this is like a heatsink because it's metal and it's very warm to the touch. This is part of the, yeah, I think this is the heatsink for, yeah, underneath there is a big chip. So this is the maybe the CPU and GPU, and but here underneath this shield there is the hotspot. So as you can see, here we have a hotspot, and then here, and then there. All right, good. Looks 43 degrees. Here, how much for the SSD? 45. 45, and this we have 70, no, 55 Celsius. All right, so here it's pretty warm to the touch, and it's pulling 1 amp. All right, good. So the battery is unplugged. Okay, that means what we can do now. Do we have any power supplies on top that we can check? Nothing to spot. Let me take the power. All right. So okay guys, I think this is going to be a very long video because there are a lot of areas which are getting hot. without the computer to be on. So yeah, grab yourself a nice cup of coffee, and yeah, let's try to have a little bit of fun. But yeah, I cannot see a lot of power supplies here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fans. All right, this blower is for the RAM. This is for, yeah, part for the CPU and GPU. Yeah, indeed. Okay, good. I don't think someone touched this laptop before, so I'm the first one. Looks pretty well, pretty good inside. No liquid damage, no nothing. But still, we have a very hot spot right here. So yeah, all right. That means we need to kind of get busy. All right, let's start removing flat cables, flat ribbon cables. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can check the motherboard from this side. So this is the motherboard itself, and this is the second I/O board, which is connected to the main. This is like a data board. This is the motherboard. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Okay. With the flat cables. This is what? This is a fan. Yep. This is the fan also here. Good. Let's remove the SSD, which was getting very hot. All right. I think I need to use this side. Okay, so this one should go there. This one should go here. Wow, there are a lot of screws here. This is only for the SSD. Okay. Okay, so the SSD has a heatsink. Okay, heatsink for the SSD. This is not a good one. I need a big one. Bit, big screwdriver bit. I was referring to. So Wi-Fi. All right, everything has like a heatsink. Oh, the cables are very thick. Slowly pulling out for the Wi-Fi. This is like a cable. Maybe I should remove it, maybe not. But anyway, well, here on top we have a lot of cables. So flat cables, these are from the top. So screen. Okay, good. Okay, so it's stuck. The cable, the flat cable, it's stuck here. It's glued. Really? Indeed, it was. All right. Let's remove this cable also. Good. This is like a very good tutorial for how to disassemble this Alienware. Okay, the small fan. Should we unplug the small fan? I don't know, but let's do it. So a 3.5 is a power rail failure. Okay, this is not good news. So did we pull the cables out? Okay, flat. Okay, let's go to the top side. So the top side is this. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 screws for this, and I believe this top part will pop off. But still, we have screws here, as you can see. So let's remove those. I will just place it like this. One. Allez, go. Okay, so my desk it's small. I need a bigger one for this laptop. Okay, so I'm just pushing everything around, as this is very heavy. So don't tell me I need to do this screw by hand. Almost. Alright. So now we can remove this. In theory we should be able to do this. Yeah, let me keep it in such a way that we can see also. Okay. I just lift this side. And then let's go on this side also. I just break my spudger. Cool. We should, if we repair this laptop, we should charge the client more, as I just broke a tool. Okay, so it seems like there's a cable here. Okay, and it's coming. Oh, so it's this one. So this part goes with this cable. So it's for what? LEDs? I don't know. Okay, good. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, the ports. Those are the hinges. Look, the Wi-Fi antennas. Nice. Okay. So we have a warning here. Remove Type-C bracket before mainboard. And then we put Type-C bracket. I mean this one here. This is the bracket, right? Yeah, my camera is not focusing. But you get the point here. Oh. All right, let's remove the bracket then. One screw. The second screw. to reassemble this. Okay, it's going to be fun. So we have a heatsink connected to this fan. All right. There are more cables to be removed. Okay. Good. I think with the spudger. Great. Slide this out. And here we have like another connector. Hopefully I'll remember all the screws, right? This comes out. Okay, all three of them. Great. Great. So I set this, but three screws right here. I will put aside that small piece of dust. Okay, so let me have a look. Okay, now I see. I need to peel this off to have access to this connector. Man, so many flat connectors. All right. Can we pull this out? Yeah, I think yeah. All right. This cable is out. Good. Now, let's try to remove the motherboard itself. So we have a lot of screws here that we need to undo. All right. So let's start with the fans. 1, 2. Only 2 screws for the fans. And then let's see the motherboard. So I think on this motherboard we will have a lot of screws. And then 2, 4. Okay. Okay. More screws. Yeah. We have here a power supply. I think most of the power supply on the other side. So yeah, I think we were kind of unable to check the laptop from this side without removing the motherboard itself. So we will know that all the screws are coming from that. From the motherboard. Okay. Underneath of this. Oh yeah, a lot of components indeed. A lot of components. This looks like a bias chip to me. But yeah, we will just put this back, at least for the moment. Good. This is trash now. Alrighty. Okay, I just saw one more screw here. Heatsink. Luckily the screws are all the same for most part. Yeah, one more screw here. Oh, this one is a long one. Okay, good. A long one. Yeah, let's try to lift everything. Okay, we have this one. 2 for this daughter board or IO board, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's try. Yet another one here. Good. Daughter board. Okay. Okay, we are slowly getting there. Okay, we have these flat cables that they need to kind of let us pull out the board. All right, now this one. It's still something which is holding, I think. All right. So this one. Oh, yeah. So these are the driver MOSFETs for the CPU or GPU. So this one was getting hot. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. All right. Let's keep that in mind. So we have the driver MOSFETs right here. And it was getting hot. This is not a good sign. So if we peel this off, what is underneath? Some capacitors, right? Yep, some capacitors. Man, I don't like this sheet, like a shielding, cooling. I don't know what is the purpose, but when you peel off this, it's like getting in pieces, as you can see. So one of those MOSFETs, do you think is blowing off? Sorry, I just sneeze. Sorry, I just oh man. Alrighty then. So now we can remove the motherboard. Yay! So the motherboard is out. Check it out, guys. Up. So no liquid damage, no nothing. Oof, that's a big heatsink. So we have the motherboard. All right. So there is the issue. So we can. That's heavy. The screen is heavy, but the motherboard is heavy. I think due to the cooling system, which is ginormous. It's covering the full motherboard. Okay, let's flip the motherboard a little bit. That's nice. Wow. What can I say? Look, the power supplies, they're right there. And all right, cool. Yeah, let me. So there was no need to remove the fans, at least for the moment. What I will do, okay, let's do some checks because now we see more, right? Cool stuff. Too bad this beautiful motherboard went dead for some reason, maybe due to overheating. As you saw at the beginning, the fans are full of dust. But yeah, let's. So we still have the charging port. Nope. Where is the charging port? The charging port. The charging port is right here. Okay. This is the charging port, guys. So I will just quickly remove the charging port because we need to hook this to power. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah. My little girl, she's coughing. Great. Let me put the screen on one side. And let's hook this baby to power. I mean, yeah. All right. Let's bring the power. And we have what? Almost 1 amp. Something is pulling 1 amp. Okay. Let's start our camera. And what is getting hot? So we have like a small hotspot here. So let me use the sparger. So this IC is getting hot. What is underneath? Right here. 50 degrees. That is getting hot there. So it's the area around the ramp sticks, as you can see. The power connector which is going to the motherboard is getting hot, and all these phases to the CPU are getting hot, all of them. Indeed, and the computer is not on, of course. All right, so yeah, let me take a photo of this. Okay, so this is getting hot here. All right, I will put this aside for a sec. I will just flip the board and hook it to power, and maybe we'll see something different here. Okay, so this area is getting hot. This area here, somewhere here is getting hot. Yep, this area is getting hot. And what? Here? These are some big inductors here. All right. Yeah. I think we need to remove the heatsink. All right. Yeah. A lot of work here. So underneath this we have what? A lot of components and some capacitors here. All right, that's nice. Let's remove the heatsink itself. So this fan can stay here hooked. There is no need to be unplugged, but for this one, for the big fans, yeah, we need to remove in order to remove the heatsink. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and the last screw. So can we remove this heatsink? Yeah. And the heatsink is out almost. We still have a small cable for this small fan here. If I can do it. Good. So the heatsink is out. We have thermal paste, which is completely dry. No maintenance. Almost dry. But we have, you see, we have thermal paste, and underneath we have liquid metal on the GPU. GPU barrier, CPU barrier, okay. So both of them, they had the liquid metal, and then someone applied the thermal paste. All right, good to know. As you can see, the fans, the dirt on both fans. Alrighty. It's a tiny board. At the end, the motherboard itself is very small. We need to pay real attention with this liquid metal, because it's very dangerous. So we cannot play. Yeah, I will just clean my my spudger. Okay, I'll just put this Q-tip aside. So yeah, guys, this is the motherboard, the P51E motherboard, Infinity RPL-HXMB. All right, this is the motherboard, guys. So something here is not right. But now we have access to the motherboard, and we can check. Yep. All right. As we have coils everywhere, what we can do, maybe, yeah, let's hook this to power. Nope. Nope. The CPU and GPU, they're not getting hot. It's slightly warm. So the GPU is slightly warm. Okay, let me bring back the thermal camera. So what do you think? What do you think, guys? Look. Let me take a photo of this. So we have these two coils which are getting hot. These are the coils for the NVRAM, I believe. And these are the phases for the GPU. So one of the driver MOSFETs, so we have two driver MOSFETs here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 driver MOSFETs for the GPU right there. So something gets shorted here. For the rest, this area is slightly warm, 35 degrees Celsius, it's okay. The daughterboard is fine, but the issue is on the GPU side. So one small photo. Okay, now, so something is pulling what? 1 amp. Wow. Alrighty, let's bring the multimeter. So we have resistance, okay, 0 ohms, and let's see what is shorted here. So we have the inductors, let's see. Yeah, this area is warm, very warm to the touch. Yeah, something was pulling 1 amp. All right, let's see, the coil is like this, 0.2 ohms, 0.2. Yeah. All right, for the CPU, as you can see, the CPU has what, 25 ohms. Oh, that's very nice resistance to ground. Yeah, the internal resistance of the CPU is nice, 22 ohms. So the issue is right here. Let's check for the NVRAM. Do I need my fine probes? I think I do. Or maybe I can check for this side. Yeah. Here we have 8 ohms. Here we have like 9 ohms. So something here, it's shorted. Should we bring the microscope? Okay. Let's try to bring the microscope. Hey Google. Nope. Doesn't respond. Hey Google. No. Let me turn on my microscope. Microscope is right here. Okay. Let's visually check a little bit the motherboard itself. Maybe we can spot something weird, out of ordinary. I need what? I need my mouse to change the microscope view. PC screen, nope. PC screen, no. I said. So at the end, the remove the motherboard was not that hard. But let's check here, where we have the driver, the driver MOSFETs for the GPU itself. Okay, so yeah, nothing is blown. Okay, so these are the two coils, I believe, for the NVRAM. The chipset is right there. Wow, a lot of components. Highly dense populated motherboard. 0201 components, a lot of them. So, what do you think? Which one is blown? So, yeah, let's check. Should I pause a little bit? Maybe yes, maybe not. Zoom out a little bit. Can I zoom? Yeah. Yeah, let's see. So I'm touching the ground and we have what? 22 mega ohms. And here, point. So this is ground. So here we have the ground. Okay, so here we should have, so this is shorted here. Yeah, okay. Where is my power? Also, it's on the other side. Great. So I think this is plus here. Yep, we have mega ohms reading. So one of these is shorted here. All right, great. How we can check which is shorted? We need to inject some voltage, of course. We need to inject some voltage. So to do that, this is going to be complicated. All right, let me pause to a little bit to create my setup for this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I hook up my test injection cables, so to have like a good ground. I just built myself this wig of test probes, another banana plug here, and an extension of banana plug, and then the USB. So I will use this for ground. I will hook it in a USB port to have like a good ground. To my power supply, I set up my power supply to 0.7 volts and with a current limit of I think one amp and a half, maybe, if I remember right. So yeah, let's get a good ground first. Okay, I can maybe, yeah, all right, no problem, no problem. The Wi-Fi card can stay there. So yeah, let me kind of find my way around the motherboard with this harness thingy. Okay, so I have the plus for the power supply, so you can check. Yeah, it's working. Have like, all right, great. And now what we need, but I think, actually the idea was to inject voltage in each and every these driver MOSFETs and to see which one is getting hot. And yeah, so I will just put the probe, the plus probe here at, the end, at the input, and the ground at the output, and do this for all phases, GPU phases, and see which one is getting shorted, just to check if one of those are bad or not, because the GPU itself is getting hot and warm, and all phases are getting hot, so I cannot pinpoint exactly which one is bad. So I think for this one I need to use not the USB but the black probe. All right, and I need like 4 hands to do this because I need a thermal camera, or we can check like this. Okay, so I said so shorting, we have 1 amp, so I would power limit to 1 amp. All right, great. So this is the plus, this is the minus. Okay, so if I will come here, nothing is shorted. Nope. This one, nothing. This one, nope. This one, nope. And then this one, nope. Okay. All right. And here, this is what? Yeah, this is minus. Okay. 1 amp here. So it's at 1 amp. All right. So here we have something. Okay. So how we can check this? Man, the wires they're too short. Plus here, minus here, nothing. dust. Okay. Yeah. For the moment, I cannot tell exactly what component is faulty, but let's do a full measurement of the inductors because we are going nowhere and we already spent like how much? 55 minutes. Great. So my multimeter is in ohms mode. So yeah, let's check the coil sum. So 30 ohms, 13 ohms. We have these coils here. These are, I believe, other phases for the CPU, of course. Overload. We have these two big inductors here. Nothing. Almost 1 kilo ohm. 17 ohms. This is a coil. Kilo ohms. Overload. This small inductor here. Kilo ohms. So all inductors are good, despite the ones from here, which are indicating a very low resistance. How we can spot the bad one? Use some freezing spray. Because as you saw, everything is getting hot. Or maybe using some IPA to see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me bring the microscope and I will check myself a little bit. I will just pour some IPA on those MOSFETs and maybe I can spot exactly what is getting hot first. Because with the camera, with the thermal I cannot spot what is exactly is getting hot. So yeah, maybe with this IPA trick, maybe we'll find. Okay, I will just do this first on the microscope. Don't scare me, please. And then I will also show you if I will find something. Oh yeah, sorry. This is like a very... wait, because I need to kind of... yeah, I'll be right back. I will pause. I need to reconnect my wires. Okay, I'm back. So I hooked everything to my power supply. Yeah, what I need, IPA. So I'll just pour a lot of IPA here and hopefully I will see visually what is getting hot when I hook this to power. I will do this myself under the microscope first. So the power supply, I don't know, but it's clicking. .8. Yeah. Yeah, the power supply is clicking. So I see one MOSFET which is getting hotter because the IP is getting evaporated. Okay. Yeah, it's pulling 800 milliamps. Yeah. All right, so we have a clicking power supply. That's great. So yeah, let's see. Hey, I am back. I was just circular around, and if you remember at the beginning of the video, I was just finding a lot of hotspot regions, especially on the driver MOSFET alongside the CPU. Yeah, of course the SSD was getting warm, and of course, if you remember, at that thing at around the minute 11 in the video, you'll see that there is a hotspot here. So I would like to show you something because this is very interesting. So we have the power supply which is clicking. Yeah, it's right there. And I will just hook my my thermal camera. Where is my thermal camera? And I will use the macro lens for this one because we will see something interesting. Yeah, the driver MOSFETs on both sides, they were getting warm. I think it was even thermal footprint, so I think everything is okay on that. The SSD was getting warm. I think the board itself was like kind of partially working, but not turning on fully. But the weirdest part was this side here, and of course the two coils right here, if you remember. But yeah, but what I found interesting is this. So I will just hook the power supply. We have the voltage in amps right there. The power supply clicked, so no major voltage drop, but we have a power consumption of almost 800 milliamps. So yeah, I will just peel this off for us to see a little bit better. And yeah, let me try to do this. So we have the MOSFET, as I just said. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay, this is the power. This is the power here cable. But near the RAM slots, we have two hotspots. So we have the small IC, which is getting hot, but it's getting hot due to a factor. So this one will be like how much? 38, but this one is like 53. This is pretty hot, huh? And if we are using the macro lens, look, so it will be around 70 something Celsius. And if we look closer, there are components here, up right here. So we have this region, which is, as you can see, but anyway, I will show you on the microscope. We have this area, and we have a lot of capacitors, and we have the second row of capacitors, and one of the capacitors, this one right in the middle, is getting too hot. Do you think our board is dead due to this capacitor? And this one is pulling like 1 amp, 900 milliamps already. You see? This one, 74 degrees. Yep. Good. Okay, let's unplug. And let me bring my microscope. All right, and let's have a look together under the microscope. Okay, let's switch the mic. I'm always pushing on my electric screwdriver. I will just keep the spudger around. I might need the spudger. The guitar picks. Great. Microscope. So let's have a look together. So we have the RAM. Alrighty. So we have this IC, which was getting hot. We have the coil, the output, and then we have the first row of 4 capacitors, and then we have the second row. You see? And right this one, which is, well, not in the middle, but here, was getting hot. That's weird. Okay, I will pour some alcohol, and I will plug the power and lace it together. Okay, good. And now let's see what's going to happen. Power on. Look, almost instantly. It took like a couple of 2 to 3 seconds, and then completely evaporated the IPA. Okay, let's try again. Let's add more. So let's have a look again. Power on. Bam. Have you seen? Okay. Power off. Power on. So I think we found the culprit. Okay, so I think I will for sure we need to remove the capacitor, as I don't trust that small cap. I think it's like a 0201 capacitor, is very small. And as you can see, can I zoom out a little bit? Yeah, nope, not really. Okay, that's good. I will just top camera. I will move out of the way, the microscope for the moment. So that tiny capacitor, it's right here in the middle. So we have, let me bring you, maybe you'll see better. Come on, camera, focus please. Focus, focus. No? All right. So we are talking about exactly this capacitor, but the thing is that we cannot use the hot air, as we have a lot of plastic connectors around, SSD, the RAM. So we need to find an alternative to remove this small capacitor here. After we remove the capacitor, we'll see if the short circuit is gone and we don't have any power consumption. Good. Let's do it. So let me find like a good position of the motherboard for me in order to work on it. I think something like that. All right, let me bring the microscope up. Yeah, I need to swap some things here. All right, I think it's way better. So I will switch back to microscope in a few seconds. And then let's zoom a little bit. All right. All right, okay, good. Let me switch to the microscope. And we are in a good spot. Yeah. Let me try to focus. Focus, focus. Alrighty then. Great. So we were talking about this small capacitor right here. This was getting hot. So let's try to remove it, huh? But how we are going to do that? I will add some leaded solder on both sides, and then I will come with the hot air, and I mean with the soldering iron, and then try to remove it. Good. Soldering iron on. Let's ramp up to more than 400 degrees, as it is ground there. And I need to use like a very fine tip. Okay, let me put a little bit like in the middle right here for you to see also, and also for me. As always, I'm using a lot of flux my work. I know it's sticky, it's messy, it's whatever you want to call it, but for me, it's like the magic wand. All right, let it solder. My solder iron. I will use a very fine tip, curved, I mean bended, and hopefully this will be able to remove. And yeah, let's add a little bit of leaded solder here, because we need, for sure, we need to drop the temperature, the melting temperature of that capacitor. Yeah, we have a bridge. No worries. Anyway, that capacitor will go. Will go away. Okay, so I need a very fine tweezer for that. So I will use this one. And let me add a little bit of solder and try to go on top. Try my best not to melt something here. So we are able to remove. No, I don't want to use the hot air here. I may do more damage than good. Huh? Yeah. A bigger blob of solder or a bigger tip, because okay, this tip is fine, small, but the heat transfer is very low. So this is ground. Yeah, I think I may need to change the tip, because no, it's not going to do the work that I need. So for this I will use what? I have different tips. Okay. Let me put this tip somewhere safe. All right. Yeah. Okay, let me change the tip. I will take a bigger one. Let's see how this is going to work. All right. Let's clean the tip. Add a little bit of solder. And as you can see, I have a lot of surface contact. All right. Nope, not yet. Okay. That means we need to add more, maybe. Yeah, this is like a small pain to do it. Some hot tweezers will be very helpful here. Yeah. This corner and this side. You know, I don't want to remove all two caps. Not even moving. Up. Ta-da! So, that cap is out. I will just put it aside. And then I will add more flux here. And we need to clean. Solder wick. Okay. And let's see, we can remove the solder or not. Oh, we're sure we can do it. Look, that's nice. Me with my big tip. Sorry for the shaky hands. I'm a little bit stressed. But yeah, I think it's okay, huh? Q-tip. Let's clean a little bit the area to see what we just did. Okay. I don't want to have bridges or something. Okay. Okay. A little bit more. I can use the nano sponges, which they do a very good job cleaning and wiping the flux. I'm pretty happy with my procurement on having these ones available. Okay. This is the best investment ever. Anyway, let's see if our short is gone. All right. Good. Well, we can check as we have the digital multimeter on the screen. Okay, so we have 0.0 ohms, and now we still have a short. We have 5 kilo ohms. Great. So that means our short is gone. All right, let me move my microscope, switch to top camera. So we just removed the faulty capacitor. All right, I'll be right back. I need to take care of my little kit. Okay, so we removed the faulty capacitor, which is right here. It's almost invisible. And what I will do, I will just apply power, and I will hold my finger on the on the CPU to see if it's getting hot, if it's turning on or not. Let's see if it's clicking. Let's see the power. Okay, it clicked. So there is another short, or I don't have enough power. So it clicked again. Yeah, the CPU is not turning on. Okay, the power supply clicked. We have 700 milliamps. Let me take my thermal camera and let's see what hotspots do we have. No micro lens, so the hotspot near the RAM is gone, and we have only the driver MOSFETs for the CPU itself. And if we flip the board, yeah, no, yeah, the GPU is getting hot. and it's like what, 40 degrees C. So that's it. So okay, let's give it a try. I think I don't have enough power anyway. I put like a current limit, and yeah, I will just switch off my soldering station. Okay, protect the tip, and I will just install quickly the hey, focus, thank you, the heatsink. Put the RAM sticks back. All right, even only one RAM stick will do for a short test. Okay, heatsink. Wow, it's ginormous. Okay, let me flip the board. Something like that. All right. Let me use this small Q-tip. We need to test first. Yeah, mixed thermal paste with liquid metal. Professional, what I can say. So this should go here. I need to pay attention to the fan connectors. I don't want to grab them or pinch them or... Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so let's start with one. It needs to be raised, the motherboard. One, two, three. Exactly what I just said. The fan connector, yeah, it's underneath. Oh. Okay, let's take this out and try it again. Okay, we are aligned. Yes, no. Now we are aligned. Or maybe not. Yep, now we are aligned. 2, 3. Okay, 5, 6. Okay, and the last one. Let me hook the fans. Oop. All right. Don't want to destroy my thermal camera. Let's hook the fans back. No freaking way. So, can I take out my connector? Yep. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. So let me bring the computer itself, and I think I would install only a few screws just to hold everything in place. And then yeah, it's like this. And then we'll power on again. And I think I will hook the main, the original charger to have the 16 amps available, because the original charger has 16.7 amps. All right, let me hook this up fan here in the corner. Okay, that's great. Good. We have this. All right, and the two cables here. Only one RAM stick will do the trick. Okay. Motherboard is in place. All right. And now let me put like 1 or 2 screws. These are for the fans, and the small screws are for the motherboard itself. Yeah, we'll just one there, and one maybe somewhere here. Yes or nay? Okay. Can we squeeze this cable somehow? Okay. We need to. Oh, la di da do 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 do. Done. All right. Let me hook this flat cable. I wonder if he's going to start. Okay. Slowly. Push the cable all the way in. Okay. Press the latch firmly in place. Good. Press this connector too. Okay, that's good. And this one, which is coming right here on top, right corner. All right, in place. So, did we connect everything? All right, on the bottom, I don't think it's necessary. These are the keyboards, or maybe yes, maybe not. So we have the battery, the Wi-Fi, doesn't matter, the audio. Yeah, maybe only this one I will. Only this flat cable. And maybe this one. Oh, then okay. So yeah, let's do all. As anyway, we are here down. I will not install the SSD. I just want to see if the computer is at least starting, booting, and having the laptop entering in BIOS or UEFI. Up, 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 up. What's going on? Okay, finally. Great. Let me bring the original charger. Okay. Main charger. Let me flip the laptop. Okay, like this. Yeah, everything is fine. We have the white light, indeed. Okay, the motherboard. Did I forget to put, yeah, I forgot to put the one screw here, just to hold the motherboard on top. All right, done. Should be fine with only one screw. So the white light is still there. That's great. Anyway, it was before present at the beginning. So as you saw, we found a short circuit. Anyways, man, it's big and heavy. Ah, you see? So we don't have anymore the... So I think the fans, they're on. Let's leave it for a couple of seconds so we don't have that color coding anymore. Yeah, I will just leave this for a while. I'm curious if the fans are spinning. Nope. Nope, they're not spinning. Okay. Let me keep my hand right here. Maybe it's rebooting. Anyway, we did like a BIOS reset on this one. So we have a screen or not? Cross our fingers that everything went fine. Okay, the keyboard lit up. Have you seen? Yet again. Yeah, we just need to wait a little bit longer to see if we have the screen, the picture on screen. That's a good sign, as we have the backlit keyboard lighting on. Okay, but still we need that picture on screen, huh? But if the GPU is toast, then of course we don't have anything on the screen. What do you think? What do you think? Nope, the fans are not spinning. Should I connect the battery? Because I did not plug the battery yet. So it seems like that the computer is on, but nothing on screen. Yeah. Okay. Did power off. Power on again. All right, let's wait. Hey, Alienware. We have picture on screen, and what do you think? The amount of system memory has changed. Yes, I know. I put only one RAM stick inside. So yeah, I think I will just power off and then make sure that the battery is detected and is charging. And for me, yeah, the mouse is working. BIOS diagnostics. Ah, yeah. Hard drive not installed. Cancel. Anyway. Good. Advanced test. Nice. All right, let me exit. Yeah, still, but the fans are not spinning. And the what? The heatsink is very hard to the touch. Can I power on? Yes, I can power on. That's great. We have the Alienware. HTTP boot. No, I don't need HTTP boot. Great. All right. Can I exit from this? I'll just power off. Unplug. Yeah. I need to, yeah, they're proper hot. But the fans are not spinning, although they are connected. So anyway, for this repair, we need also to change the thermal paste clean and clean the fans. And yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. But first I need to check if the battery is charging or not. Okay. Good. As you saw, a small capacitor on the RAM power supply for sure got shorted and killed the 3K computer. Let me unplug, install the second RAM, plug back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the fans. They're spinning. Great. Happy to see that. But still, we need to clean them up. That means the computer is on. Oh, spinning, spinning. Love to see that. I will check if the battery is charging. Oof, sorry for that. I will just plug it again. The charger. Okay. Yeah, it's ginormous. So yeah, we did reset the BIOS yet again. As we just unplugged. Yeah, this is my charger. Yeah, no. Sorry. We need the big bad boy here. All right. Now we are talking. Good. So the computer shut off. Turn on again. Yeah, it's doing this BIOS reset always. So we need to wait. Sorry guys, it's going to be a long video, but yeah, it's worth spending the time and see exactly what happened and how we diagnosed, find the fault, remove the fault, and finally make this beautiful laptop working again. So yeah, it's taken a lot of time actually to boot after you reset the BIOS. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, the first boot is long after the BIOS reset. Yeah, we just need to wait a little bit. Yeah, that small capacitor there just gave his life and made this computer dead. I'm happy the CPU and GPU are still okay. Yeah, we have the screen. Alienware. Great. Alright, just reboot it again. Alienware. Yeah, let me go on a diagnostics page. But can I put this on so you can see too? Diagnostics. Cancel. Results. Quick test. Run test again. Quick test. Advanced test. Cancel. Advanced test. I want to see the battery. Oh, charger. Select all. Nope. Only the charger. Run test. Do I have the battery? Memory, system management, memory, fan, memory. Nope. All tests passed successfully. Validation code. Summary. System info. Battery. Alright. So we have the info for the battery. Excellent. Health excellent. It's 53% charge. Charger state installed. Touchpad installed. Okay. Current health serial number. Okay. Charger installed. 182 cycle. Oh, I can hear the fans. Yeah. Oof, so much heat. So if I unplug the charger, all right. Advanced test. But I cannot see if the battery is charging or not. That's the thing. I was thinking it's going to show that kind of okay, charging. Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. Now we did some tests. All we have to do now is to change the thermal paste, clean the fans, reassemble, and yeah, deliver to the client. Okay, guys, so let's continue our repair. What is left is to clean the fans. As you can see, the fans are fully clogged. I wonder the heatsink, how it's inside. And to clean the CPU and the GPU, because as you saw yesterday, there is a mix between thermal paste and liquid metal. So let's do that quickly. And we need to start pulling the cables yet again. Up. Good. The fans. Yeah, I need to remove the fan connectors. The first one, the second one. Okay. This flat cable here. All right, from the screen. Okay. There are like 3 of them. So 1, 2, and the third one. Yeah, my fingers, they're too big for this, so I need to use a spudger. Gently. Okay, let's remove the cable. Okay, so if I remember right, great. We just installed like 2 screws to hold the motherboard in place. So the second screw was here and here. Alrighty, and then at the very bottom we have the other flat cables for the trackpad, for the keyboard, and yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So let's try to remove the motherboard now. Gently. Gently. So, okay. Cables. Great. We can service the fans, yes, as they have screws. So we can do the cleanup inside the fans. Let me take out the computer itself. Oh, sorry for that. Good. Let's remove the screws. 2, 3. 4. Okay, next one. 2 more left. Okay. So, can we remove? Oh, yes. Yes, we can. Oh yeah, I forgot the third fan, as I did the first time. Still not used with 3 fans. Up, up. Okay, let's try it this way. Good. So the third fan connector is out. So let's clean this first. I will just put the motherboard aside, somewhere here. And let's clean up this mess. Do I have some paper towels here? Because I thought that they're here. Okay. Paper towels. So I just went a little bit faster. I cleaned the heatsinks, as you can see. Now let's jump on the fans themselves. So I removed 3 screws already, and we have these tapes. They look like electrical tape to me, but they're very stiff. So yeah, let's try to remove them. Can we do it? Okay, from this side. Yeah, the tape itself is very sticky. So yeah, I need to pry this. Ooh, get a lot of this. How much dust it is. Okay, can we remove? This is the fan. On one side it's pretty clean, but on the other side, as you can see, it's full of dust. And the heat sinks, they're kind of okayish. Okay, good. I will just leave this aside, and then let's go and remove these 3 screws here for the right fan, and then I will pause here again a little bit the video and go brush this outside. All right. Yeah, we have more tape here. Okay, more tape, and yeah, good. We remove this tape. I think I'm going to replace this tape with aluminium tape, because yeah, I will not have the same tape with me. So yeah, then yeah, okay, let's remove this tape also. Yep. Okay, can we remove the fan? It's still attached. Seems like it's still attached to what? It's still attached to something in this area, which I don't know. More tape, maybe? Yep, tape. So the tape is right here. Good. All right. I think now we can safely remove the fan. Can we do it? Yeah. Nope, not yet. There's still something which is holding this in place. Up, 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 up. There's a screw maybe here. Not really. How we can remove this fan? By removing the small one first? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe not. But yeah, let's remove all 4 screws for the small one. Great. All right. You saw? Once you remove the small fan, automatically the second one will fall. Okay. So more tape everywhere. They put a lot of tape. All right. So let's brush this. Yeah, I will not use this at all. Good. So the fins and the heatsinks are pretty dusty, especially this one. Oh, you see? Overheating, overheating. Look how much dust is on this side. Even in this side, there's some small pieces. So I will brush this, clean everything, and I will be right back putting everything back on the heatsink. Okay, so I just brush everything down. So as you can see, the heatsink is clean now. The computer can cool himself and breathe. And now let's install the fans. So it's going to be a little bit tricky with this because they are together. But yeah, I remove all the sticky tape. And yeah, I will hold it with one hand and try to align the screws. Be a little bit tricky, but anyway, we do our best as always. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this small screw here. Okay. One. The second one. Yeah, they're very small. The third one. Up. He wants to leave. Nope. No chance, my friend. You need to go back. You need to go back. Okay. So let's install the screws for the big fan here. And after this we go on the motherboard and clean up the CPU and the GPU to remove all the nasty thing there. The mix-up of what? A mix-up of I lost my words, to be honest. Thermal paste and liquid metal. Yeah, I'm a little bit pressed with time, so I will do my best to finish this quickly. And sometimes it's very hard to work and to talk. Well, yeah, let's see. Nope. All right. Okay, and the last fan. which is right here. The thermal pads, they're okay, so I will not replace them. Okay, go, 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 planet. I think I need the magnet. I think it's going to be much easier. Where is my magnet? My magnet is right here. Kind of big, but it's okay. Screw, going to the position. Okay. And pay attention as we screw the screws inside the plastic, not over torque. Yep. So let's glue this down with some aluminum tape. This is enough. Yeah, I think it's enough. Okay. Very hard to peel off the paper underneath. But we can do it, I know. We can do it, we can do it. Okay. Let's see. We need to stick this everywhere. One small piece here. Yeah, sorry. Let me put this under the camera so you can see. I'm using the tweezer just to go faster. Okay. This is trash. I think here, yep, I need to apply some. This is too long, maybe. Here, like this. Let's cut a little bit here. Okie dokie. Small piece right here. Great. You see? So the aluminum tape will do the job just fine. Right here, perfect size. I mean length. Okay. Good. We need to isolate the fans. This is in one place. Here, it's okay. Here we have the tape. We didn't remove this tape, so that's good. On the other side, yeah, we need to tape this, and this. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I cut a little bit too long, but anyway, we're going to size, cut, fine tweezer. Okay. Don't stick yourself. Come back, as I need you right here. Nope. Like this. Good. The small one. Yeah, I can go there. All right. I will create a mess on my desk with this paper, but yeah, it's for a good cause. All right. And we need to stick this right here. Allez. Nope. Doesn't want to cooperate. Yep. Gotcha. Gotcha. Nice. Great. And the last fan. Let's cut one more piece here. Like so. Perfect size. Perfect size. Okay. So to put this everything together, oh man, it's going to take a while for sure. But yeah, it's going to be the fun part. Man, this tape is shoot. Okay, good. I have it. Great. So let's glue this here. Okay. And the last piece, which is going right here. Yeah, perfect. I will not bother to cut it in a smaller size, just to get the aluminium out of it. And that's it. For me, it's just fine. Okay. Good. So the heatsink, it's in tip-top condition now, as you can see. The fans are clean. Everything, I tape everything back. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go on the motherboard right now. All right, the heatsink is out, and let's see how we are dealing with the motherboard itself, because we need to remove that thing, and it's a lot. So what I will do, I will take like a paper towel near, and then I will just wipe this slowly. Look how much gallium is right here. Wow, it's a lot. Yeah, they mix the thermal paste with liquid metal. Not very smart. Maybe the computer was already in a repair service center. Who knows? But yeah, we need to remove all this from here in a safe way, because this is dangerous, as the liquid metal is electrical conductive, so we need to pay real attention to it. I need a tweezer for this. Okay, go back. Jump here. All right. So we are getting there, slowly but surely. Good. Okay, the CPU is cleaned. Now let's go on the GPU side. So we are going to do the same thing without any IPA. First we are going to remove the big stuff, and then we are going to use some IPA. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, I will just use one side of the Q-tip because it starts dropping. So let me show you. liquid metal. All right, someone is calling. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Liquid metal mixed with thermal paste. Yeah. Okay. More Q-tips. More Q-tips. We need more Q-tips here. I'll try my best to remove all of it, but yeah, if I cannot do it quickly, then I will just leave it there. Will not harm, as the quantity is very low. So yeah, good. Yeah, let's clean this, as we still have some thermal paste also. I need to trash this as soon as possible, because I don't want to have this on the motherboard back. The worst case scenario to have this on the motherboard. For sure it's going to cause a big short circuit and kill the board again. So let's avoid that. Okay, so this is like a big piece here. All right, out of the way. Leave it. I will not go back with the Q-tip once it's already used. All right. Another one. And there are small pieces. One piece. It's another one. Good. IPA. Let's give this a good cleanup. Look. A small piece. Jump. Anyway, I will do a quick visual inspection of the board itself before putting it back. I just want to make sure that none of that stuff got onto the motherboard. Anyway, there is like a shield, plastic shield around, but anyway, let's be always on the safe side. Great. I think there was like a small piece. So yeah, the GPU and the CPU, they are cleaned, shiny, as you can see. A little bit more IPA here. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Huh? I will just throw everything what I removed from here in the trash bin quickly. I will pause a little bit, and then I will continue with the visual inspection, and that's pretty much it. Good. So the board is cleaned, and I need to trash this. I don't want to have this on my desk anymore. This is nasty stuff here. So all right. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I trash everything. The CPU and GPU is cleaned. Now let's go on the microscope and do like a very quick visual inspection to be sure that we don't have any liquid metal on the board itself. Let me switch to the microscope. All right, let me zoom out. Okay, that's better. So for you, how is the image? Yeah, I know shaky, but it is what it is. So the CPU is cleaned. The GPU, it's also cleaned. I removed all the stuff, and now let's go on the motherboard side and do like a quick test visual check to be sure that there is no liquid metal on the board spilled by mistake. So this side is okay, good. We have the shield, a plastic thing, NVRAM, great. The chipset itself, okay. This area, all right. For you the image is kind of blurry. Let me try to fix this like that. Okay, no, everything seems fine. There is like a little bit of some kind of stain on it. Someone reworked this board before, because as you can see there's something spilled, like flux or something. We have the Winbond BIOS chip, we have the Novoton Super IO, and we have something here, and I don't know what it is. What is this? Okay, I think it was some thermal paste. Okay, power supplies. Okay, good, perfect. All right, no spill on the board. Everything is cleaned, so we can continue. All right. Top camera. Let me remove the microscope. Let's apply some thermal paste on it, and we need like a whole lot. Okay, and this one we do like this and like this. Okay, so we are sure we covered everything. Thermal grizzly. Let's install the heatsink. So the heatsink should go like what? Like this. Let's align the screws. I think I did it the other way, just to try my best to align the screws with the mounting points. And we are going to do like this. I need to change the tip on my screwdriver. I need a bigger one. Good. Okay. So the screws are properly aligned. Yep. Let's not forget about the screws for the fans. And as I went too fast already. Can we unplug this? Yeah, of course. Here. And we have what? We have it here. All right, I need to undo, I think, 1 or 2 screws. Okay. Nope. Okay, now. Yep. Okay. Now we can place back everything and screw everything back. Okay, so we are well aligned. That's okay. Four more screws. Great. All right. Up until this moment, everything went fine. Let's connect the third fan, which is right here. All right. Was on the wrong direction. All right. Let's bring the laptop. Okay. So we have all these beautiful fans. I mean, these cables. So yeah, we need to just try to install them nicely. Do a proper cable management. Okay, this one is in place. I need to lift this a little bit to fit the second cable. All right, and down here, oh, magnet. I heard a magnet. Yeah, was my screwdriver, small screwdriver bit magnet. So we have one for the power, for the battery. Hello, someone is waking up. Yep, someone she's waking up. That's cool. The audio. Trying my best to be quick as possible here. Let's connect the audio already. Maybe we'll have some beeping sounds or whatever. Good. Let's connect the, I think this is the keyboard. Before we fully reassemble everything, we are going to power on a little bit the laptop to see if everything went fine up until this moment, and then we've finished the laptop assembling. Okay, this one here, this one here, this is the battery connector. This will be the last one. Good. We have the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi should be pop. I think the Wi-Fi should be one of those small screws. I think the Wi-Fi had like a, yeah, I remember, like a shield on top for cooling. That's interesting. Okay, Wi-Fi cables. I think I should do this at the very end, but while I'm here, okay, let's finish this. All right, good. Screw. You need to go right there. One and another one. We will check for sure the Wi-Fi if it's working or not. Everything is back. Okay, let's go with the. But first, let's attach the motherboard in two spots, 2 points. I mean, and for one, just to be sure that it's not falling. I don't want to see this. Oops, this is kind of long. Yep, this should be right here. Yeah, I remember there was like a big screw on the left side for the fan, and the small one right here on the right. Great, good. Battery later on. Let's connect the the screen cables. Alright, you see my face, that's good. Okay, the second one. They need to just like slide into position, and then you have the latch, the safety latch that goes on top. Okay, safety latch in place almost. Okay, we have the click, that's good. And then for this one we need to just press. Okay, we have 2 clicks there. Okay, then let's hook it to, I think, power. Let's connect the battery. Great, and let's flip it. We do like a, a small quick test, and then we continue. Maybe the battery, good. I had to press twice. Do we need to connect the battery, you think? The battery, the power plug? Oh, yeah, I think I will just do it. Yeah, it's turning on. I will just hook it to power. And let's wait a little bit. As you know, as we do a CMOS reset, the computer is going to restart a couple of times. And at the very end, we have the screen. And for that, we need just to wait a little bit. All right, so let's leave this laptop to kind of boot, reboot, reboot, reboot 3 times, I think. Once we have the screen, then yeah, we are safe to continue the assembly, and the job is done. Yeah, it took a while, but for sure to disassemble and to reassemble this computer is it takes time. So yeah, take this into account when you do this kind of repair. You will spend quite a good amount of time removing screws, cables, connectors, and such. Great. A little bit dusty, the screen, but we don't care about that. The most important was the cooling system, the fans, and the thermal paste, which was like a mixed thermal paste mixed with liquid metal. So the computer just shut off. It rebooted. Okay. Once I have the screen, Alienware and the diagnostic screen, I will just shut off and continue. I didn't install yet the SSD. I don't want the computer to boot into Windows yet. Okay. I think the fans just kicked. Anyway, they are clean now, so the temperature will be much lower. It's so hot. I need like an air conditioning here. I'm begging myself. Still waiting for the picture on the screen. All right. All right. So we have something on screen. Yeah, not yet the logo, alien logo. Okay, so we had the Alienware logo, the computer shut off, and now it's rebooting. And now it's going to boot up to diagnostics. Alienware. Yes, good. So from here, I don't care. I just need to power this down and continue the assembly. Anyway, took a lot of time, this. So we need to move on. So now we need to put back everything, right? Right. And not forget the screws. But I need to take, so in order to install the SSD, I need to take the power again. So yeah, let's go in a safe way. Remove this, and then the SSD was right here. So yeah, let's connect the SSD. Great. For the SSD was, yeah, most of the screws are the same, so that's great. Or not really. You really need to use the correct one. Great. You see, I found the good one, but first we need to, don't forget the heatsink, as the SSD has a heatsink in place. So that means it's getting hot, as we saw with the thermal camera. The SSD itself is getting quite warm. Hey. All right. And now let's install the second one, which is right here. I need to install this for the power connector, and it was like what? Was like how? Do you remember? I don't. I think this he was holding the cable itself. Yeah, maybe yes, maybe not. Yeah, I know. I need to install this back, maybe. Okay, there's another screw here, but still, I need to install this back. All right, let me go like this and have a look. Nope. This was for the power plug, right? Yeah. This was for the power plug. And I need to kind of find my way how it was installed before. It was like this? Really? It seems like. Because I cannot see the other way around. Nope. Like this? Yep, like this. So this was holding the cable itself. Yeah. We are learning every day. Okay. I need 2 small screws here. This was for the USB-C latch, so I will not use it. Sorry. Okay. This was from the motherboard itself, so I know for sure it was 1, 2, and the third one was right here. 3 screws on top, and then we just need to find the rest, because there are quite a lot of them, to put all screws back. Yeah, let's go with the USB-C, because I know the USB-C latch is located right here. So it was like this, you see? Puck. It was like this here. So I will use 2 screws here. I just touch the camera. One. Yeah, camera autofocus. Sorry. Okay, that's good. All right, let's find the other screws for the motherboard itself. So I'll just use my magnet, take all the screws, and just to, you know, go around. I think the computer itself pretty much in center. Yeah, it is. So there was one here for the I/O board, one here, the second for the I/O board. Was the third one, seems like. Third one, there's a long one, for sure is for the fan. Nope, I thought that is long, but nope, is not. One here. Yeah, there are like 1 kilo of screws. Okay. That's great. Just a few more screws and we are done. Okay. We have one more there. Great. On this side, everything is in place. I need to put, yeah, back this. It was here on the RAM. Okay. SSD is back. Great. Yeah, let's install the screws for the fans. Nope. No, these are too big. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. Let's see. This one? Yeah. These are for the fans. They are a little bit different than the other ones. Okay. I need to cross-check with the top cover, not to install, but yeah, let's. We have this part also to install, and we have the heatsink here, if you remember. I have this heatsink right here. Okay, something like that. Okay, and we have a few screws here to install. Okay, one here, one here, another one here. Okay, so we need to install the rear part. So this is the rear part. So we just need to slide this in. Okay, the cables. Okay, something like that. It clicked in place. And we just need to hook this back. Okay, and now we need yet again a lot of screws. Okay, I think these ones are from the back itself, so no, I remember now. I need to use the other ones. These ones. So here. One. Nope, it's not from here. All right. That means we need to go on the other side. Bingo. All right. I know we have a few screws here. Here and here. The last two. And these are the ones. Yep. Yep. One sec. Okay. My screwdriver, electric screwdriver, is not that strong. I think I need to change to charge the battery. So okay, let's continue with the screws. Just a few of them left, and our job is done. Okay. Two. The third one. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. All we need to do is to kind of yeah, put the back cover in place, and yeah, I think I have look, just notice one missing screw here, and if we do like a quick check, yeah, all the screws are in place. The power, all right, for me it's good. We just need to put to connect the battery. All right, come with the top, with the bottom cover like this. I think it's going to, yeah, my mistake. As you saw, I went too fast. I need to install these screws at the when installing the bottom cover, not now. Oh, no worries. All right, the battery is connected, everything is connected, Wi-Fi, flat cables, right, perfect. Okay, should snap into place. I have these two screws here at the bottom. Okay, this one too. Everything is going to snap in place. Okay, See, it's very easily with the magnet to grab the screws. Okay, this. All right, and the last screws. And our job is done. We successfully repaired this Alienware. So the client can still use this beautiful laptop for longer. Okay, I just finished all the screws. Yeah, still missing one here. Right here, yeah. Okay, good. Everything is in place. Good. All right, let's flip it. Hook the original charger and let's see. Okay, see, oh, it's already on the computer. I think it was on once I connected to the battery. I connected the battery. Sorry, English is not my native language, so you understand for sure. So now we need to kind of patiently wait, and yeah, let's see the Windows screen, and our job is done. Okay, yeah. The power on button is changing colors, RGB colors as the keyboard itself. And the first long 3 times, 4 times boot up after the CMOS reset as we disconnect the battery to install the SSD inside. So yeah, let me grab some photos just for my just for me. Okay, I will take some few photos of this beast. Yeah, indeed, it's very professional done inside, but still, if this powerful gaming laptop and good quality one can be killed by a small capacitor, then yeah. We all know the computers can die due to a faulty capacitor. I kept the faulty capacitors, the capacitor. We can check it with the multimeter, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary to replace the capacitor. I don't think it's necessary as we had a lot of capacitors on the same power rail there. So yeah, there is no need. I will not replace the capacitor. Only if it was only one capacitor on that power line, then yeah, we need to replace. But as you saw, under the microscope, we had like 4 of them. Good. Okay. I will keep you just a few more minutes until the moment we have the screen. And that's it. Yeah, it took me, I think, now will be like 3 hours and a few minutes. So full assembly, disassembly, so it's going to be like a long video on YouTube. So yeah, just keep the video where it is more relevant to you. and grab the information you need in case you need to repair a laptop like this. Time of day is not set up. Just continue. We have the Alienware again. The computer rebooted, and we have the Windows loading. Okay. Yay! So the battery is charging. Do we have the Wi-Fi? Alright, I need to blur this. Alright, the Wi-Fi is working. Great. So what can I say? Thank you for watching this long video, and see you with the next repair.